Yeah.
Hello, everyone. This is Gokul Alex. I am the co founder and chief technology officer for a few social transformation accelerators and aggregators. Here today, we are with ChatNet, a product from Gigamesh Garages, Lumbini Labs, and Semiot Society. And in this platform, we are trying to address a humanitarian challenge related to finding missing people and property in the event of distresses and disasters like floods, storms, wildfires, and so on and so forth. With me here, we have Sneha Vijayan, who is a tech lawyer, a social activist, and a blockchain technology evangelist. Over to you, Sneha.
Hi. So there isn't a day which passes by without a report on missing persons. Uh, can, can you share the screen?
Yeah, I'm sharing the screen.
Thank you.
I'll put it on the presentation mode.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. So, as I was saying, there isn't a day which passes by without a report on missing persons. We have persons missing of all ages. There are instances where people, at least one person, goes missing every 90 seconds, and this is something that has been reported in the UK and the United States. Missing children is another important category, which unfortunately does not receive enough attention. Now, the reason we have not been able to find an adequate solution to this problem is because we have a plethora of organizations, both international and national, which are working towards this, but there is no common ground or a common place where they can come together and collaborate to provide a common solution. So the issue is that there isn't a universal organization to track and verify missing persons. This is where we step in. I will, uh, I would like to call Gokul to explain this process further.
Thank you, Sneha. As Sneha mentioned, the main challenge here is more to do with the processes that we follow for identifying missing people and property. Or across the world, irrespective of having advanced technologies, tools, and communication mechanisms for uh, people and governments to collaborate, we are missing some fundamental uh, processes and protocols for addressing the problem of missing people and property. And like Sneha mentioned, it is about lack of a universal accessible platform with a seamless authentication and a cross-border consensus mechanism. Here we pitch in with our platform called Chatnet, inspired by a primordial and primitive Mayan god, the god from Mayan civilization called Chak, right? The Chatnet is a platform to connect databases, the distress database and the disaster databases, through a cross-border consensus. A cross-border consensus created as a graph data structure on Dfinity protocol. And this is our highlight. The, the unique unique architecture of Dfinity is very suited for addressing this kind of a problem where we have a lot of isolated siloed databases, and we are bringing in, so you can use chatnet within a country, within a territory, or across countries, across different sovereigns. That is the way we have designed the platform. So what do we need? Why do we need universal accessibility? Universal accessibility is very much essential for us to construct a single registry for organizations across the world, be it ICMP, be it United Nations, be it Interpol, or be it Red Cross or a Red Crescent or any such organization, right? And then universal authentication. This is where we have coming up with a very novel uh, authentication mechanism powered by a quadratic hashing protocol. This is the one of the first quadratic hashing system or quadratic authentication system where we blend in biometric hash, geocoded geo hash, and the time hash and the root hash. So these are the four hashes added together into a quadratic hashing mechanism. And this is a quadratic authentication system implemented again on Eternity. And the cross-border consensus, as we have mentioned, works between different databases, especially distrust database. You should be able to identify the difference between distrust database and the disaster database. Distrust is the early warning, or you are anticipating a disaster to happen. It could be a cyclone warning, it could be an earthquake warning, or it could be flood warning, or anything. The distress is the beginning of our activism or our activity. And then disaster is what happened due to various reasons. You could not predict it, you could not manage it. So then constantly there is a consensus algorithm implemented on Dfinity running between these databases and synchronizing missing people and property between distrust database and the disaster database. So this is like doing the kind of replication of data between distrust database and the disaster database using a graph which we could implement most comfortably in Dfinity. That is the novelty, that is the reason why we have chosen Dfinity, the way we could construct a graph. We could also see a lot of previous implementations of graphs and distributed hash tables. So we are planning to integrate a few more advanced data structures on this protocol. So moving ahead, we would like to highlight what are the value propositions or advantage layers by introducing this kind of a platform. One, through distrust database, you're able to report missing people proactively, and you're also able to prevent loss of records, anticipating that flood is going to happen in this area, wildfire is going to happen in this area, or earthquake probabilities in this area. You could always give extra care or extra caution for the property records, land records, or the other legal records of people and property in the vulnerable areas. And always through the root hash and geo hashes, you're able to link missing people and property with all the live maps, stream of map, which is our novelty, which we will be adding to a protocol very soon. We are going to add streaming systems, stream of maps into our protocol, our system. And then naturally, using a graph data structure, we are able to trace missing people to their origin. And as a result, we are eliminating the need for a lot of diplomatic conversations, convoluted time, delayed conversations, diplomatic hassles, and hence creating a comprehensive, trustable, transparent, and universally accessible and authenticated record across different sovereigns. So at the moment, we have started with Atisnet. We have evolved to CHACNet now. CHACNet is on Dfinity protocol, and we are looking forward to implement this platform for different situations. We have experience working with different flood and different disaster management situations in the past across different parts of India and beyond India. As part of a lot of initiatives, we would like to bring in our experiences in the previous disaster management, distress management initiatives, and our knowledge on distributed ledger technology into this platform. And that's the summary from my side. Sneha, would you like to add any further points? Seems you're on mute.
Sorry, I was just saying that I think you've covered everything. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sneha. So over to our code base. You can visit us in github.com Lumbini Labs. And here you can find Chaknet. Chaknet is the repository where you can find our implementation of on Dfinity latest version. We have implemented on Dfinity SDK 6.26. At the moment, we have distress registry, disaster registry databases, and a cross graph. So you can find the code in our repository. This is created using the DFX build. If you go inside the source code, you can find our distress database and the disaster database. This is the distress database. You can find what are the properties we are collecting from people. Let me show you in the distress database. So you can find that we are collecting geohash, biohash, time hash, and you can also see the details of the data structure. We are adding biohash, geohash, root hash, time hash. 4 of them will be added to a quadratic hashing algorithm. That's work in progress. And all the utilities are integrated in the utility. So we have, this is called the Motco language. This is the language on which smart contracts can be easily written for Dfinity, or we could also use Rust. We are planning to migrate to Rust in the next phase. And this is the graph. This is created as a connected graph at the moment. So this is the current version. We are still working on the UI and the UX for the platform. Our website will be launched very soon. And looking forward to, it was a great opportunity to work on this challenge with HackerFund and Dfinity Hacks. We really enjoyed this opportunity and really appreciate the initiative from HackerFund for coming forward with the social good. Thank you so much from our side. Signing off.